What is happening? What is up? It's NFL Week 5. We've got Thursday Night Football. You've probably already got a couple of my plays if you watched my other video. So I'm going to give you a couple of best bets for this weekend. But first, cue the beat. The first play that's on the board is the revenge week narrative for Stefon Diggs. And if you're telling me that you don't think he's got a little chip on his shoulder entering this game, I think you're wrong. I tend to disagree. Did you guys see that clip when everybody on the team said, who would you not want to date your sister? And everybody answered Stefon Diggs. He is that guy to hold a grudge. This is Stefon Diggs' game. His line is over 4.5 on FanDuel. Everywhere else, 5.5 juice to the under. Now it is a bit juicy. I'll give you a play to parlay with this line so you can cut the juice and put this into the plus odds territory. But first, you got to do me a favor. Drop a subscription here, like the video, drop me a comment. Let me know if this is your first time watching my video, or let me know you've seen all 100 of my videos I've put out. I appreciate your guys' support. Now, if you want to parlay this with somebody, parlay it with Jordan Love's over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Jordan Love's passing touchdowns is a great parlay piece this week. He's been over this line in every single game that he's played this season. The Rams are giving up the third most passing touchdowns in the league. And on top of that, Jordan Love, even without Watson, is going to have Jaden Reed in the lineup. He's going to have Dontavian Wicks getting a bigger start, which I think could lead to more red zone targets for Wicks, which ultimately I do believe leads for more touchdowns for Jordan Love. Dontavian Wicks is a better red zone receiver, in my opinion, than Christian Watson. I think this only bumps the needle up higher for Jordan Love to exceed this line. Now, for some reason, FanDuel doesn't have this line up right now. However, got to touch on Jordan Mason. He's in a fantastic spot to score a touchdown this week. Arizona is giving up the most rushing touchdowns in the league and the 6th most fantasy points per game. I think Jordan Mason is a workhorse this week. I like Jordan Mason to score a touchdown. I think it's worth his sprinkle of 2 touchdowns at plus 240. I also like the idea of scrolling down here and finding the first half touchdown for Jordan Mason. This line is plus 110 on Bet ESPN or ESPN Bet. Shop around. FanDuel doesn't have it for right now. DK doesn't offer it. I believe you'll be able to find this line as the week progresses. I like this line better at a plus 150 to a plus 180. I think a plus 110 is fine for the first half touchdown. If you want to get real spicy, go with first quarter touchdown for Jordan Mason, but the first half touchdown is probably safe. That is an interesting way to get action to Jordan Mason this week without having to eat the juice or drink the juice at a minus 220 or whatever odds his were for the touchdown. If you guys are still watching at this point of the video, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, leave me a comment after. I always respond to all comments, good, bad, indifferent. Drop a little emoji, boost that algorithm right up. I appreciate you guys. I've got some love for Aaron Jones this week from the Vikings. They're playing the New York Jets, over 3.5 receptions. Now, this line on DK is a minus 105. That's fine. However, right now you can find this line at plus odds on Caesars and BetMGM. Jones has exceeded this line in his last 3 games. The Jets pass rush should be able to force a little bit of pressure on the Minnesota Vikings and lead to more dump-offs from Sam Darnold. I believe that Jones gets 4, 5, potentially 6 receptions in this game. I know that Justin Jefferson's going to get his, and I'm fine with that if Sauce Gardner is able to slow him down or limit him in any which way, which I don't think he's going to a large degree. But even if he slows him down at all, and it forces Darnold to dump it off more, that feeds right into the Aaron Jones over 3.5 receptions narrative. I love this line. If you notice it was on the screen, I also have a little bit of interest in the under for this game. The Jets and the Vikings, the Jets offense has just looked so bad this season. I think this is a prime spot, especially being overseas. I think it's in Germany. I like this spot for the under 40.5 in this game. I think when players travel, you see a lot of times that they're rusty, their bodies aren't waking up, they're just out of whack. Players are very much regimented people. They get into the groove of like, okay, I do this, and an hour before the game I do this, then I have a banana, then I drink 3 ounces of water, and then I go out and do a sprint from the end zone to the 40-yard line. These guys have all these things. You saw that thing about Patrick Mahomes wearing the same set of underwear every game or something like that. They're superstitious. They're not superstitious, but they're a little stitious. And I think that this throws them out of whack. And already these teams, especially the Jets specifically, have not been putting up a ton of points. I like the under for this game. Now, this next play is going to require a little work on your end, and the reason I say that is because Deontay Johnson popped up on the injury report with an ankle injury. He was nursing a sore groin last week. Now he's got an ankle injury. I want to know what percentage Deontay Johnson is going into this game at. I want to know, is he healthy? If we see that he's a full participant in practice on Thursday, full participant on Friday, and we see some good injury news, then I probably don't have too much of a concern on the Deontay Johnson front, but I do have interest in his over receiving yardage prop. Now shop around, because I was able to get this line at 61.5. I don't think it's a big deal, but if we see some injury news or something and it bounces down and the next thing you know, we find out that he's playing, you might be able to secure a little value. Otherwise, it could be a fade for you, but I like Deontay Johnson. I like what he's done the last 2 weeks. I like this spot for him to have a big game if he is healthy. Listen, those are some best bets, some plays to get you in and out for week 5. Get some money to line your pockets. VIP has been eaten. If you're watching this point in the video, do me a favor, click the link below. It'll be pinned in the comments section. Check out my VIP picks. I've got a free 7-day trial for you guys. And remember, bet smart and win more.